Governor, you got a second? Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the call.
Why is the president not taking your call? Who went to school there? They lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
That's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
to
everything
fill the hydrants. I would fill them up personally. You know that.
I literally have.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not!
So the story just continues to get worse for Gavin Newsom. In the past few videos, we have discussed in detail how his incompetent and arguably malicious mismanagement of California has contributed to the disaster we are seeing right now. This is not random. This is not coincidental. In many ways, the scale of this tragedy could have been prevented, but the California Democrats refuse to actually protect their own people. And finally, at least one brave Californian was willing to call Gavin Newsom out to his face. Just a couple of hours ago, this angry California resident, this is seemingly a woman who is a victim of these fires. She lost everything, confronted Gavin Newsom in real life. He tries to defend himself verbally from what she's saying. In newsflash, it does not go well for Gavin. Let's just say, I don't know how strong his 2028 prospects are going to be after this. So with that said, guys, if you enjoy the content, if you're appreciating this coverage we're bringing you, please do us a big favor. Make sure you hit that like button down below and subscribe if you are new. You subscribing is the #1 way to ensure we can keep doing these videos. It's totally free. Hit that red button. It's greatly appreciated. And with that said, okay, let's just get right into this. Here is an angry California resident confronting Gavin Newsom on his leadership failures. On one hand, this video is amazing. On the other hand, it's heartbreaking. Take a listen.
Governor, you got a second? Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the call.
Why is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
That's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be.
Really? Because this has happened many times before and it's never been different. It just gets worse every single time. This is what pisses me off so much about this video is the fake empathy. You know, Gavin Newsom is very good at being a politician. He's good at playing the character. I'll give him that. But where was the empathy for Californians this entire time? Okay, Gavin Newsom, as we'll explain in a second, was more concerned with saving a fish than actually providing water to the areas of California that, as you can see right now, as this fire continues to burn, clearly could have used it. He was more concerned with environmental ideology instead of actually clearing out the brush, the rampant brush issues in California that contribute to the severities of these fires. By the way, in the past several months, you know, there's this big scandal over the home insurance companies and how they left, and a lot of these residents do not even have coverage for their homes being burned to the ground. You know who could have done something about that? Gavin Newsom. The insurance companies tried to approach him and negotiate a new deal. What did he do? He didn't care. He let them leave the state. He didn't care how that was going to impact California homeowners. But suddenly now we're getting the fake empathy. Suddenly now he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so devastated for you. Buddy, no, he's not. And that's what's so infuriating. The fake empathy needs to stop. How about you do something? Trump's been calling it out for years, as we've been discussing, how you can stop these fires. He doesn't want to do it. He just wants to get political clout every time these disasters happen, even though he could have been stopping it. But luckily, it seems like people, again, are starting to realize we're not buying this fake act from you anymore. You're full of it.
Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
To
everything
fill the
I can.
hydrants. I would fill them up personally. You know that.
I literally have.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to make the call to address everything I can right now, incling making sure people
I'd
are
like
safe.
to make sure you do.
guys.
Can
He
I
needs to
have
call
an
the president.
opportunity
He
to at
needs
least
to-
tell
he needs to
people
call
you're
the
doing what
president.
you're saying you're doing?
Thank you.
Could somebody have a contact? Can I have your contact
yes.
information?
Right
Right
there.
now. Right now.
Isn't it just so fitting in some ways that the state that produces Hollywood has the fakest governor ever? The guy's literally an actor, okay? He's not doing anything. He's never done anything to stop this preemptively, because I once again want to reiterate to people, this is not something that hit California by surprise. We've known that the Santa Ana winds are a big problem. We've known that wildfires are a big problem. They've been striking the state like time and time again, year after year, and yet Gavin Newsom is claiming we're doing everything we can. Okay, well, what is the actual record of Gavin Newsom on this issue? In the past several videos, we've gone into a lot of different things, right? We've explained the mismanagement of water, the mismanagement of the forest, the fact that he refuses to clear out the brush despite Trump telling him he should do that for years. But guys, there's even more to this story. We got to keep adding this more and more, because apparently this is also very recent. Governor Gavin Newsom vetoed a recent bill which would have allowed CAL FIRE to retain seasonal firefighters to help with staffing shortages. This veto forced the layoffs of thousands of firefighters who would have been incredibly important to extinguishing these devastating blazes. And by the way, here is the record right here of him, again, vetoing this bill that would have helped California retain more firefighters. It's like, gee, when even is the logic in that? Okay, don't tell me it's about fiscal conservatism, considering California is probably the most fiscally liberal state in the country. And on top of that, you are a state that you know constantly deals with wildfires, and yet Gavin Newsom, pretending and claiming to care so much, is literally vetoing a bill for more firefighters, and now we're in a situation where the firefighters are overstretched. Yeah, spare me the fake empathy act. It is ridiculous. By the way, on the front of water mismanagement, here is the video of Gavin Newsom himself bragging about the largest dam removal in U.S. history, because he said it was going to save the fish, and apparently the Native American tribes were very happy about that, seemingly not caring that while he's busy pushing and, pursuing woke environmental policy, his state, the people in his state, are going through a drought. They don't have water. The farmers don't have water. The areas that are lighting on fire don't have water. Here was Gavin Newsom's political priorities this entire time. It is infuriating.
Largest dam removal project in U.S. history, and one of the most significant, if not the most significant, water restoration project, bringing back salmon and steelhead into this basin. This project could not have happened without extraordinary partnerships with tribal nations and, of course, our partners in the North and Oregon. We just finished a celebration with the Secretary of the Interior and our tribal council and tribal leaders, and I couldn't be more proud as a Californian, and I couldn't be more proud as a father, because my kids and their great-great-grandkids will have the opportunity to see something that, well, has been here since time immemorial, and it's about damn time we got this done.
It's unbelievable, right? You can't even make this up. So while California is burning and going through a water shortage, he's like, look, guys, we saved the fish. Now my kids and grandkids will have the opportunity to see fish in this basin. And look, the Native American tribes are so happy about it. Meanwhile, the residents of California are... Okay, you get the point, right? But that's what we're dealing with here. That's why every time Gavin Newsom tries to claim he's doing something, every time he tries to play this fake empathy act, that's why I don't buy it, and I get so freaking pissed at this, because the proof is in the pudding. The evidence is clear. That type of stuff is where his political priorities lie, not with, helping the residents who are suffering through these wildfires year after year. But by the way, in total fairness, if you think it's just the Gavin Newsom problem, no, it's not. This is the mentality of all of the Democrat politicians in the state of California. And if you don't believe me, take a look at what the state legislature in Sacramento is busy doing right now today. Okay, so obviously you have the most catastrophic fires to hit the state in a very long time, and they're calling a special legislative session. Now, let me ask the question. What would you think in this situation a special legislative session should be about? It should be about fires, right? It should be about doing something in this regard. Well, no. Apparently, take a look at this. As of today, California lawmakers started a special legislative session to prepare a battle with the Trump administration, moving toward passing $25 million for a legal defense fund for illegal immigrants, right? They're trying to double down on their sanctuary state policy by actually giving government funds out to the legal attorney fees of illegal immigrants. They're doing this literally on the same day when people's homes are burning to the ground. That's California for you, okay? It is by far the most corrupt, just insane state in this country. Like, California has literally become a parody of itself. I don't even know how you become a parody of yourself, but imagine the conservative stereotype about California, and somehow California has gone so far to become a parody of that itself. It's just absolutely insane. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And meanwhile, you have all of this going on while a clout-chasing fake governor is just trying to pounce on this opportunity to build his 2028 presidential campaign. He doesn't freaking care. But luckily, again, I think the news is after all of this, when all the dust has settled from the situation, he's going to be so scandalized as a governor, maybe not now, but it'll come in the next few weeks, that I don't think he has real prospects of 2028. He might still be able to do it, but it's massively damaged, I will say, at the very least. So with that said, though, guys, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe if you are new. Pray for the people of California, because clearly the state government's not going to do anything, and God bless and peace.